So right now, when we talk about Azzi, a lot of people are kind of discussing: is she going to go back to UConn? Is she going to go to the WNBA? Is she going to enter the draft, or is she going to go back for her fifth season at UConn? Right. Me personally, I'm gonna give you pros and cons on why she should return, and I'm gonna give you pros and cons why she should go to the league. Look, Azzi, look, one, you gotta talk about injuries when it comes to her. She hasn't played a full season. This is gonna be her actual real full season right here. Last year, I think she only played two games. Azzi played 2 games last year, and then I think she played 15 max, 16 max. 15 or 16 games the year before that, right? When I look at Azzi right now, this is the healthiest I probably have seen her play and be in a long time. Is you could actually see the scars on her legs or her knees right here and one right here. She looks healthier right now than what I've seen her. That's the reason that I would be like, hey, go to the league right now, right? But she's still not averaging what a lot of people think she's averaging. She's averaging like 12 points. But she did have a breakout. She has been playing well. She's shooting the ball at a high clip. She had a breakout game for St. John's, which I'm like, okay, St. John's, you go 11 for like 22 or something like that. I'm like, okay, cool. What you going to do versus South Carolina, though? South Carolina, I think she went from dropping 34 versus St. John's to dropping 28. And I'm like, oh, okay. This is when we start turning the page like, okay, Azzi's better than Paige Beckers. That's when we start turning that page, right? Or that next chapter, whatever you want to talk about, headlines, right? So for me, if she does return to UConn, let me give you the pros. She'll be the number one option. She'll be the senior there. It's going to be her team. And she could go out and get as many shots as she wants. And hopefully she could average more than what she's averaging right now. Right? Because if she's averaging 12 points, she's not going to go high in the draft. She's going to go late first round. She's going to go late first round if she goes out this year. Right? Another thing, if she returns and she keeps balling the way she's playing, her NIL deal next year, her NIL deals, brand deals and things like that will be much higher. So you can see her making $1 million or whatever the case is in college. Maybe more than that. So that's another thing to think about. And she might feel like she has something to prove. Because when I hear her interview, she doesn't sound confident like she's going to the draft. Now, what I would say is this. If you return next year, trying to get out next year, you never know what can happen with injuries. You never know. I think the draft next year is going to be a lot deeper. So you never know what round you could go next year. And then you're going to have to go a whole nother year in college proving yourself. Versus if you go and get drafted, you're going to be on a 3-year contract with a WNBA team, most likely. So I know another topic is money. She's going to sign to a $78,000 contract. Right? She's going to make that in college. She's able to make that in college 10 times that. You know what I'm saying? Another thing is, if she comes out in the draft next year, she knows the money will be different. She won't be making $78,000. She's going to be making more money next year if she goes out in the draft next year and decides to return to UConn. So, can I see her playing in the league right now? Yeah. She has a very good jump shot, in my opinion. She can play off ball. She doesn't need the ball in her hand. She knows how to slide. She knows how to get in shooting position, and she's ready to shoot the ball with confidence. What I would say is this. As far as injuries, she's injury prone. I don't know how she's going to hold up. I'm hoping for the best. It looks like she's been in great shape, and I feel like if I'm a scout, I'm looking at her right now. She's her healthiest right now. Let's take a chance on her. Next year, or if anything happens, it just hurts your draft stock a little bit to where it's like, are we gonna take this chance? Is this something we really want to do? So, I don't know, to be honest. It's gonna be up to her. Her family was best for them. well, whatever they decide, whatever she decides, ultimately, either way, I could see it working out for her. To be honest, I could see her going back to UConn and really being a star player there and really having her moment. Obviously, Paige Becker's right there, and it's her team. So we can see her going back next year. And also, there's been talks about Paige Becker's going back. And from ESPN. From ESPN. So I'm not making anything up. When you go, oh, you're making stuff up. It's from ESPN. It's from valid sources that you guys would call it, right? So if Paige Beckers returns next year, I can easily see Azzi returning. AZ returning. Especially if they don't win a title this year. So I think that's what it's going to come down to. I don't really know, man. I think for both girls, you could talk about Paige too. I think for both of them, honestly, I would just go get drafted this year. I would just go out this year. Go in the draft. It's not as deep as a draft class than it would be next year. And you're going to solidify a contract. And honestly, who would be getting Azzi most likely would be like the Mystics. I got to look at the mock again, but like most likely, like in the Mystics, you can go over there, get some PT, you know? So I don't know, man. You guys let me know what you guys think about the whole situation. You know, they still got March Madness right here. They got a lot of basketball to be played, big time basketball. We're going to see how they hold up. But I think right now, I think her best shot is to go get drafted. Don't wait. Especially if her name's already in the draft. Like, you're in the draft talks. You kind of had a breakout little season. You got to play a full season. Your shot's looking good. You're looking confident. You're looking healthy. Your endurance is there. You know, just go out and get drafted. Go get drafted. You know, your age, you're gonna get another year older. So, especially for Paige, dude, Paige will be 26 next year, I believe. Don't wait. Go get drafted. Go get in the system. Go be around pros. Now, money could be destroying a lot of athletic things because people are just so worried about money. I know the WNBA draft is going to be a mess next year. I mean, the WNBA free agency is going to be a mess next year just because of the new money that's going to be flowing through the league, and girls are going to want their pay, and girls are going to be this and that. So that's why everyone's signing these 1-year contracts. So it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's a tough decision. And I'm sure people are in her ear about both decisions. Same with Paige. So they're going to have to ultimately make a good decision. And I'm sure they will. I'm going to be supporting it. Let me know what you guys think. We got a lot of content to get to. I'm going to catch you guys on the next video. It's your boy, C.O. O'Connor. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers here. I couldn't do it without you. And I'm out.